Springfield. It's a beautiful day in July, and here at KZ52, we're happy to start your morning off. I'm Alexandra.
And I'm Amy, and we're going to start off today talking about Roosevelt's new Executive Order 8802. Alexandra, can you explain to our viewers what this will entail?
Sure, Amy. The executive order, passed just this last month, outlaws discrimination by defense contractors. It's sure to bring a better working place for many African Americans.
Yes, locals are expecting a large increase in the migration of African Americans from the South to us northern states.
I know many are coming for the higher paying jobs, but won't that increase the tension with citizens already vying for the best pay?
Yes, Alexandra. We are already seeing race riots occur in the streets due to rising tensions. Although they came for high pay, many African Americans struggle with a lack of housing, social services, and the ongoing racial discrimination.
Many organizations have formed to combat this discrimination. The National Urban League and the NAACP, unfortunately, are not doing anything during these times of war. The Double V campaign is still going strong, however, fighting for equality both on the war front and at home.
Even now, the campaign against discrimination has triumphed in the creation of the first African American combat unit. Here today with Sue Young, we have a soon-to-be deployed soldier and his wife.
Thanks, Amy. Here with me I have Mr. Charles Jackson and Mrs. Jackson, his wife. Mr. Jackson, what can you tell us about your upcoming participation in the war?
Well, I've just finished my basic training in Tuskegee, and I will be deployed in August 4th.
And Mrs. Jackson, how do you feel about your husband going to the war?
I mean, of course, I was really worried when Charles left for Alabama, but I'm incredibly proud of him, and I'm happy that he gets the opportunity to fight for his country.
Mr. Jackson has been generous to pass to us some pictures of him and fellow soldiers at his training camp. Mr. Jackson is expected to serve as part of Tuskegee Airmen, the first African American combat unit ever formed in the war.
I haven't told my wife yet, but I'm concerned that the segregation in Army will now worsen that I'm out of training.
Oh, can you explain what happened back in your training camp?
Well, this war back with Jim Crow. We slept in a different barrack and ate in a different mess hall. I just hope that there won't be any violent confrontation between the Tuskegee Airmen and the other units.
Mrs. Jackson, what do you plan to do while your husband is at the war?
Well, what I failed to mention to Charles was that I'm actually planning to join this organization called the Congress of Racial Equality. And the reason I'm joining that is because just last week my mother was in a terrible raid, so I can no longer take this racial injustice.
I see. Now, thanks for your time to let us know. Now back to you, Alexandra.
Thanks, Sue Young. Well, you heard it here first. With the Executive Order 8802, both opportunities and struggles are increasing for African Americans.
Well, that's all we have for today. See you next week, and stay tuned for tips surviving the atomic bomb.